So let's review. In the previous daf, we learned that if a chatzar or a bayis or a mavoi becomes open to Rishus Harabim from two sides on Shabbos, Yehuda holds, mutaran la'isei Shabbos, v'asurin la'asad lavai. They may continue to carry in that chatzar for the rest of this Shabbos because Shabbos kimin shehutra, but unless fixed, it will be asur on future Shabbos. Rabbi Yossi holds, im mutaran la'isei Shabbos, mutaran la'asad lavai. V'masurin la'asad lavai, asurin la'isei Shabbos. Whatever the halacha is for the coming Shabbos must be the halacha for this Shabbos. And in this case, Rabbi Sheshes and Rabbi Yechanan, supported by an explicit brisa, say that Rabbi Yossi does not allow carrying even for the rest of this Shabbos, because Rabbi Yossi does not hold Shabbos kimin shehutra. Itmar, Rav Chiya bar Yosef Amar halacha Rabbi Yossi, Shmuel Amar halacha Rabbi Yehuda. Rav Chiya bar Yosef paskins like Rabbi Yossi, and Shmuel paskins like Rabbi Yehuda. The last mission in the parak teaches two machlekes between Rabbi Yehuda and the Chacham. Habayna aliyah al gabe shnei batim. If somebody builds a second story as a bridge over two houses on opposite sides of Rishus Harabim, or if a road passes under a bridge, metalton tachtehen b'Shabbos de Rabbi Yehuda, he may carry under them on Shabbos. The Chacham say it's asur. The Gemara points out that the reasoning of Rabbi Yehuda can be explained two ways. Pi tikkur yard b'saisim. Since the Rishus Harabim has two walls, the two houses and a roof, the second story, we employ the rule of pi tikkur yard b'saisim. The edge of the roof halachically extends down to create two additional walls, thereby enclosing the entire area under it. The Chacham hold we cannot utilize pi tikkur yard b'saisim where it's mefulish. Shtei mechitzas d'oraisa. As mentioned many times in Masechtas Eruvin and Masechtas Shabbos, the brisa teaches, Yasra kein Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda said even where there is no roof, mi sheyesh le'shnei batim shnei tzidi Rishus Harabim, one who has two houses on opposite sides of the street, the area between them is a Rishus Yachid Midiraisa. It's only Midirabanan that in order to carry there, he must place a lechi or kara at both ends. The Chacham hold ein ma'arvin Rishus Harabim mekach. Only three mechitzas create a Rishus Yachid. The Mishnah continues, V'oidam Rabbi Yehuda, ma'arvin lemaveh hamafulish. We can adjust even a maveh that is open on two ends with a lechi or kara at both ends. The Chacham require a tzuras ha-pesach at one end and a lechi or kara at the other end. Hadnalach kol gagis, we have Baruch Hashem completed the 9th parak of Masechtas Eruvin and begin the 10th parak, Hamaitzi Tefillin be'ez Hashem. Zok the Mishnah, Hamaitzi Tefillin machnisin zug zug. One who finds a pair of tefillin on Shabbos, and as Rashi adds, he finds them in a public place where it might get lost or desecrated, the Tanna Kama holds he should wear one pair at a time to bring them inside. Rav Gamliel Omer, Shnayim Shnayim. Gamliel says he may wear two pairs at a time and bring them in. Rava explains, Remeir says loibish kol mashayachal lilbish, one may wear as much clothing as he can to save them from a fire, would agree that he may only wear one pair of tefillin at a time to save them, because unlike many layers of clothing, it is completely unusual to wear more than one pair of tefillin at a time. As Rashi explains the Gemara, Tanna Kama holds Shabbos man tefillin. There is a mitzvah of tefillin on Shabbos, and the Chacham made no special allowances in order to save them. He may wear only one pair of tefillin as he does every day. Rav Gamliel holds Shabbos lavs man tefillin. There is no mitzvah of tefillin on Shabbos, and the Chacham made a special allowance to wear tefillin as a tachshit in order to save them. But even so, they only allowed wearing the tefillin in its proper place on the head, in the arm. However, Rav Gamliel holds mokum yesh b'roish lahanich shtei tefillin, and mokum yesh b'yad lahanich shtei tefillin. There is room on a person's head and arm for two pairs of tefillin. Parenthetically, the Gemara mentions that the tefillin shel yad should be worn on the bicep, and the tefillin shel roish should be worn on the part of the head where a baby's skull is soft. The daf summarizes with 5 possible explanations of the machlokes between the Tanna Kama and Rav Gamliel. First, they both hold Shabbos lavs man tefillin. If so, the heter to wear the tefillin is not based on the mitzvah, but on the tefillin nonetheless being a tachshit. However, they disagree in makom yesh b'roish lanich shtei tefillin, whether there is actually room on a person's body for 2 pairs of tefillin. The Tanna Kama holds there is no room for 2 pairs, and only 1 pair can be considered a tachshit. Therefore, machnisin zug zug, only 1 pair at a time. Rav Gamliel holds that there is room for 2 pairs of tefillin, and both can be considered a tachshit. Therefore, shnaim shnaim, he may wear even 2 pairs as a tachshit. Second, they both agree makom yesh b'roish lanich shtei tefillin. However, the Tanna Kama holds Shabbos man tefillin. There is a mitzvah to wear tefillin on Shabbos, and the heter to bring in the tefillin is based on the mitzvah, which requires only 1 pair of tefillin. Rashi adds that wearing the second pair would be an Isser Bal Tosef, making it a Maser. Reb Gamliel holds, Shabbos lavas man tefillin. There is no mitzvah of tefillin on Shabbos. The heter is based on tachshit, and since Makam Yesh Berosh L'Neich Shtei Tefillin, he may wear even 2 pairs of tefillin as a tachshit. Rashi adds that there is no Isser Bal Tosef because it's not being worn for the mitzvah, but to save them. The Isser Bal Tosef applies only while performing the mitzvah when the mitzvah is applicable. Third, according to Rashi's second pshat, they both agree Shabbos man tefillin, and the tefillin are a tachshit even when not performing the mitzvah, but disagree in mitzvah's tzrichas kavana, whether one must have the intent to fulfill the mitzvah in order to fulfill the mitzvah. So the Tanna Kama holds, mitzvahs ain't tzrichas kavana. Even without intent to fulfill the mitzvah, he is mekayim the mitzvah. And since Shabbos man tefillin, if he were to wear the second pair of tefillin, he would be over on Bal Tosef. Therefore the Tanna Kama says, machnisin zog zog, he may wear only 1 pair at a time. Gamliel holds mitzvahs tzrichas kavana. In order to fulfill a mitzvah, one must have the intent to fulfill the mitzvah. Since he's not wearing them for the mitzvah, but to save them, he's not mekayim the mitzvah. Thus, by wearing a second pair of tefillin, he would not be over on Bal Tosef. Therefore, Gamliel says, shnayim, he may wear even 2 pairs as a tachshit. Fourth, all agree, lotzis leiboy kavana. No intention is necessary to be mekayim the mitzvah. The machlekes is, the Tanna Kama holds, la'avar mishum Bal Tosef leiboy kavana. Since he's mekayim the mitzvah, he would be over on Bal Tosef as well, even without intent. Therefore, he may only wear 1 pair of tefillin. Gamliel holds, la'avar mishum Bal Tosef by kavana. One is only over on Bal Tosef with intent to fulfill the mitzvah. Therefore, in this case, although he's mekayim the mitzvah, but since there is no intent for the mitzvah, he's not over on Bal Tosef and may wear 2 pairs of tefillin. Finally, the Gemara briefly suggests that they all agree that if we would hold Shabbos man tefillin, he would not be able to wear 2 pairs, because la'avar mishum Bal Tosef loy boy kavana. Therefore, we must say that they both agree Shabbos lavas man tefillin. However, the Tanna Kama holds even la'avar shlebes manoi loy boy kavana. Even though there is no obligation to wear tefillin on Shabbos, if one does, he's mekayim a mitzvah, which according to the Tanna Kama is enough to be over on Bal Tosef. Therefore, he may only wear 1 pair. Gamliel holds la'avar shlebes manoi boy kavana. If one wears tefillin on Shabbos, as Rashi writes, ein kan remez mitzvah, he's not mekayim a mitzvah at all. If so, there is no Bal Tosef. Therefore, he may wear even 2 pairs. One would be over on Bal Tosef, even shlei bezmanai, only if he specifically has kavanah to be mekayim a mitzvah. The Gemara rejects this last pshat, because according to the Tanna Kama, if they hold Shabbos lavas man tefillin and la'avar shlei bezmanai loy boy kavanah, they should not allow him to wear even 1 pair of tefillin, because he's over on Bal Tosef for wearing tefillin on Shabbos.